come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. From the 10. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Drake London,
his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17 and makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. In motion right is Robinson. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now it's Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
Back deep, Tariq Cohen. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electric. His first, and it'll bring up 3rd down now. Here's Fields. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Browns at 12-4 now on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
On play action, Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you could actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A shotgun snap. Fields. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
That's another Browns first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rondale Moore, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns have moved out in front. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So first and 10 now from the 30. In motion left, Robinson. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Go ahead.
Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd and short.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got him on the out route. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Off play action, Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Back to throw. Fields. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken from about the 12. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Now Jackson on first down. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 55 yards, as they have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to get this out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
From the 31, Fields. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Jackson on 1st down. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him. Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
On third down, Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Jackson. Able to get away. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jackson now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. If you think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Now Fields. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
4th down. Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of the play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball, because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you, and maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Browns defense stands tall. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
The Browns drive about to get started. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense
came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Play action. It's Fields. Into the hands of London. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On play action, Fields. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fields. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. From the 9, 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Fields to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap. Fields got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown Browns. Donovan Peoples-Jones. A 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, that's where this Cleveland crowd, the dog pound in particular, make it difficult on opposing offenses. It looked like they might have had troubles communicating at the line, and it leads to the incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. In motion right is Robinson. To try again after the sack, Jackson. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. In motion right is Robinson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win.